What's poppin', gang? I'm 30 Killer Beats, and if you're still paying for 5 different plugins that help you do one thing, you're moving wrong. Let me put you on to what I'm talking about. So here's the thing. As a producer or an artist, sometimes we always deal with some of the same headache. You may need to pull acapella from a track, or your vocals got too much reverb, or you're trying to focus on sampling something and you're just trying to take some of the stems and stuff like that out of the music. You may be out here downloading like 5 different apps or paying subscriptions that you shouldn't even have to. You may not have some of the money to buy some of these products like a DAW or MPC, which you could also do the same thing on there. LALAL.AI pretty much gives you 7 different tools all in one spot. And I'm going to break down every single one and tell you exactly if you need to be using these if you're an artist or a producer. Let's get into it. So here we are. Here's the website. And if you're looking to remove vocals from videos, instruments, or anything, and just get the audio or do anything you want with the audio, you know what I'm saying? This is a really great website to be able to do that if you don't have some of the things that I mentioned earlier. All right, so first we got the vocal remover. So let's click on that. And like also with other tools like, you know, even FL Studio, it only breaks some of the things down into like, you know, instruments, drums, stuff like that. You may not be able to get things separately out of the mix. Versus like with this website here, you know, you can take out the bass, which you can do in other ones as well, but you may not be able to take out specifically the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, the piano, the synthesizer, the strings. So you can get a little bit more technical with this product. So vocal remover pretty much sounds exactly what it does, and that's used for sampling or remixing. All right, so here I have a song being uploaded here, and let's just see exactly how good this tool really is. Okay, so as you can see, here's the song, and then it separated my vocals from the instrument, and let's just play and hear what it sounds like.
Love it when she come to the studio. Had to let you in the front door. Come on, baby girl, I just want you to know. Don't wanna wait till we get home.
I was able to separate the vocal from the instrument, and you can see what it sounded like there. So that's super useful for resampling or remixing. Now the stem separator takes this to another level. So now let's see how, if we're able to extract the piano from this song and see how that actually sounds. Say if you're trying to just get a piano from a song, and there's all these other instruments that you just don't really want to add in towards your beat that you're already, you know, making and whatnot. Let's see what this does to this. Now it does kind of have that, you know, underwater effect a little bit, but it's better than not having it. And of course you can EQ it, so that works. Now I'm not gonna lie, first time hearing some of these tools being actually used, I was shocked that this thing actually works and you're able to do this in today's time. So the next one is vocal cleaner, which is like echo and reverb remover. So if you basically go down to this vocal and noise tool, you're here and you're able to see exactly what this sounds like. If you really just need to clean up some vocals, let's see what that does.
Love it when she come to the studio. Had to let you in the front door. Baby girl, I just want you to know. Don't wanna wait till we get home.
It does sound a lot more dry, you know, that I did add this. Depending on like, you know, if you're mixing someone's song and all they got was the MP3 file with all the vocals and everything, and you know what I'm saying, they just really need some help and they really believe this can translate some type of way, you know, this is how you could probably remove some of those effects by using this vocal cleaner tool. Vocal cleaner also kills all the unnecessary background noises and stuff like that. As you can hear, you know, there were no background noises, reverbs, delays, all that stuff was pretty much gone. And with the echo and reverb remover, just say, you know, you're recording in an area that just has pretty bad, you know, acoustic treatment. You know, this may be able to help you at least get a better starting point. You just drop in your audio file and you're ready to start. And now your vocals are sitting super dry, ready to have some reverb and editing and stuff like that to really spice it up. And that's how you stay in control of your sound from the start. Yo, if this is hitting so far and you can relate to some of these tools that can really help you, go ahead and hit a fire emoji in the comments, and also let me know if you're going to be picking this up so far. It does help the video out if you do comment, so I appreciate every single one that appreciates my videos and whatnot. Now let's get into 3 different tools that I think some producers are really sleeping on. Now, that's going to be vocal changer, vocal cloner, and also lead and back splitter. Now this one is interesting because it's not just like a pitch shifter. You could transform your voice from recordings, songs, or even videos. Now think about like a really creative use case here when using this tool. Okay, so here I have my song in the vocal changer, and let's just go through some of these vocalists to see what that actually sounds like. So here's my original, right? Oh, so now it put 21 Savage in there.
Love her when she come to the studio. Had to let you on a flight though. Baby girl, I just want you to know. Don't wanna wait to get home. She ain't never had this loud before.
Yo, what the heck? Yo, that's crazy. So if you want a 21 Savage style song, boom, there you go. Now let's look for somebody else. Oh, we got Drake in here? I didn't even know that. Okay. So if I wanted to hear what Drake sounded like singing my song, okay, let's just hear what it sounds like. Okay, so now I have Drake selected as the vocalist for this song. So let's hear what that sounds like.
Love her when she come to the studio. Had to let you in a fight though. Come on. Baby girl, I just want you to know. Don't wanna wait to get home.
And there's also some other tools in here like vocal cloner. Say if you want to like use your own voice to like do a voiceover for something like that, you just put your vocals in there, and you could also do that with your own vocals. You just feed it the audio recordings and the audio samples, and it builds your own personal persona AI vocal person. And you might even want to pitch an idea to an artist, so you could actually use this tool to get a closer idea of what it might actually sound like for that actual artist. And here's the bottom line, gang. At the end of the day, this tool is doing what 5 other apps may do at the same time, all at one place. And it also has a plugin as well that you can download and put it onto your device as well if you need that integration. Now, if you're a budget producer or independent artist trying to keep costs down, this is the way to go. This is one of those tools that you may want to put in your arsenal, especially if you're just really pitching ideas to folk. And not gonna lie, I've always been looking for a tool, something similar to something like this. Let me know in the comments, gang, is this something that you're gonna be using yourself? If you do want to pick it up, there is a link in the description at no extra cost to you. It does help out what I do on the channel. Let me know in the comments which tool you think surprised you the most. My personal favorite, probably the vocal changer, because you know, we may see some new songs that come out that you never thought of came out by those artists. Who knows? I don't know what's going to come out after this video, but make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And YouTube thinks you're really going to enjoy this video. I don't know why, but for some reason, you know, you got to work that out with the algorithm. I don't know. It feels like it knows what you like, and it might be right. I don't know. You know, you might really take some real value from this video, so you got to check it out.